what's up? It's Josiah Dam. I'm here at the 2016 Shift Intro. We got Reed, Hanson, Twitch, and Fro in the house. Hope you guys enjoy.
So Daddy Hanny.
Yeah.
So we're here at the Shift Intro. Some pretty interesting catalog photography. How was that?
It was rad.
Just bombing stuff through LA?
Yeah, it was sweet. No, all that stuff was actually done in, I think in Chile. That was all Jeremy and stuff. My deal was over at like, up in the hills and like, yeah, that was all Jeremy stuff, Twitch, but yeah, we had a good shoot. It was sweet. The new gear's sick, so I'm super pumped to be a part of Shift and getting to be here.
So, a couple new things in your program. One real significant one, huh?
Yeah, I got a little baby girl sitting right here. She knows you gotta show your face, baby. You gotta show your face. There's no time. You gotta show your face. You gotta show your face. Bridget.
Hello. All right, so
family.
Pressures of being a dad make you go faster?
Maybe it made me go slow. Look at me. You see how slow I was going this year? Yeah. You want to come back home to a little baby girl and. No, I think it's been a good thing. I can't say that it makes you go faster or slower. I'm coming off the couch here for this year, so I wasn't going too fast. I don't know either way, but it's the best reward. I think one of the best gifts you can ever get in this world. It's awesome. It's cool.
Yeah, I am the original Shift guy. We initially, the brand, the idea was brought to me in 1996, and I instantly knew that this was something that I was going to fit well with. And so after, what's it been, 19 years, I'm still out here as the global ambassador for Shift. I'm very proud of what we have accomplished and what we make, the products we make, and all of the fun that we have.
You know, it's really impressive to see where the brand's gone. You know what's really impressive to me?
What's that?
You're wearing the same gear set.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing a 30 now. I used to wear a 32. I don't know if sizing has changed, but yeah. 44, I'm still in pretty good shape. Probably genetics, but who knows.
Nice. So yeah, that video, pretty awesome, right around Chile?
Yeah, the video from Valparaiso, Chile, that was the final day that we were down there. We did a whole activation down there we did riding school one day with the locals. We had a motocross race that we sponsored with our partner in Chile, Chris Foster and Jeremy Stenberg. They did a freestyle demo with a freestyle guy from down there, Chico, I think it's Chino. So they were rocking it. It was pretty cool. What you don't see in the video is Chris Foster because he crashed during the freestyle demo, hurt his shoulder. So then the next day we went out and rode these dunes that are out on the ocean. Unbelievable time riding, doing wheelies through the ocean, through the waves, riding in the sand dunes. And then the final day, Twitch and I got a chance to go just take over the city of Valparaiso, and it was really cool. And that's what, after all these years, what Shift is to me, and what it has been the vehicle is for me to go ride my dirt bike in all these different ways, not just supercross racing, not just motorcycle racing, dunes, like just all of the different events that we've had, and riding through the streets of Valparaiso certainly was like way out there on the fun chart, and you know, kind of a once in a lifetime deal.
All right, last question. Do you still have a leisure suit at home?
Do I still have a leisure suit? Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them, but they got cocktail stains all over them from like Captain and Coke, things like that. But yeah, I have like if I have 4 leisure suits. Two of them are like the full disco tight 70s, and then 2 of them were a little more full fitted for our style back in, well, when those would have been like 98, 99 models. So I thought it was cool at the time. We had a good time with it. I'm not sure that you can find me in one though in 2015.
Chimpo Head, what's up?
Chilling. It's out here in LA, checking stuff out, the new shift deal. So
those photos on the wall look pretty sweet.
You like it?
Were you in any of the urban photos?
Yeah, I'm in a lot of the urban photos. That place was fun, dude. That place was where was it? Rhea. Me and Emig just literally, we started on top of a hill and just started driving down the hill and just like looking like, oh. We loaded our bikes up, went to the very top of the hill, unloaded our bikes, and just rode the whole city all the way down back to our hotel. Like, it was literally a full day of riding. And cops rolled by, like no one said nothing. Yeah. One dude, two dudes. One dude got really pissed off when we were riding down the stairs, and then another dude, we were riding down this wall next to the apartment building, was fucking freaking out. Like, it was chill. Like, I went into it like, okay, cool, we're gonna go ride dirt bikes in the city. I'm like, this is gonna be kind of lame, but dude, it was so much fun. Because we literally just looked at stuff, we're like, oh, let's try to wall ride this, or let's jump this set of stairs, or we found this little skate park, we were riding around in the skate park. It was just fun, just because there was no expectations for it.
Yeah. So, was there anything sketchy? Did you do anything that kind of haired you out?
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything too sketchy there. Not too. The only thing I was sketched about is the cops, because every time they roll by, everyone's like, "Oh shit, you guys better get out of here." I'm like, "Oh man, like, I don't want to go to jail in this country down here." You know what I mean? So, other than that, it was just fun. It was just cool, just checking stuff out, and more people were pumped than anything on it.
Cool. So speaking of wall rides, you've been teasing people with the wall ride photos. So I like how you send it to me and say, "Don't post it," and then you blow it out.
Well, I just got the okay to post it. We weren't allowed to post anything because it's the part of Real Motos. Like, no one could see anything that we filmed until it got judged by all the riders and the filmers. So after that, I hit them up. They're like, all right, yeah, you guys can send stuff out now, but you have to tag Real Moto, and you can't really use it for anything else. But I was pretty pumped. My video came out pretty sick.
Yeah, so is the judging all done already?
Judging's done. We already know who all got medals and everything, but we're not allowed to say anything until August 22nd, the TV show airs on ABC, so it's gonna be dope. I'm pumped.
Oh, that's cool. So talk about that wall ride a little.
That wall ride was sketchy, dude. So, I looked at that wall ride, honestly, for like 2 years now. When I very first moved to my house, it rained and I went on a trail ride and I was riding back and I looked over and I seen it. It's the big wall to the elementary school right behind my house. And I looked at it, I'm like, dude, this thing would be so sick to wall ride, but I've never seen a wall ridden where it's like super staggered and rough like that, like a cheese grater, you know? And like, I went over there one day after rain, I started shoveling, I literally got the mountain like that tall, like, dude. And I'm like looking, I'm like, man, I don't even know if this thing's possible. I'm like, I'll come back when it rains again. Like 2 years goes by and I'm like, man, I gotta do something different for my Real Moto part, you know? So I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, let's go shove up this wall ride. I'm like, we're either gonna get a really good shot or a really good crash, you know? Yeah. And at first I looked at the wall, like if this was a wall, I'm like, oh, I'll go this way. And then I got there and started building. I'm like, oh, I need to make it where I come from the side. Like, it was cool because there's literally like, as big as the one-eyed monster was like trees, like bushes. And it's probably like, dude, it was pretty wide, probably like 10 car lengths wide, and I had to hone that whole thing out. I just used like a Makita Sawzall and just I had to cut a tunnel all the way through these trees to get to it. So it was a lot of work to build that wall ride, dude. And when I got it done, I looked at it, everyone's like, oh, you gonna test it? I'm like, turn the cameras on, because I'm like, I'm going for it the first time. I'm like, I'm tired of thinking about this thing. Yeah. I'm either gonna do it really good and get an epic shot, or I'm gonna crash and get a really good shot. So it was worth it. I ended up riding that wall for like 3 hours that day. Yeah, so, just kept doing it and doing it.
You know, obviously it wasn't a flat wall, it had bumps in it. Was it weird traction or anything?
It wasn't that bad. Like, I messed up one time where I thought I was gonna eat shit on it. Like, at first, the very first time I jumped, I just gapped it and then used the wall for landing. I just jumped. Then I started getting comfortable riding it. Like, and it wasn't straight up and down like a normal wall. It was leaned a little bit, you know? So I think that's what helped a lot. But with it being really rough, I wasn't sure at first. I'm like, dude. And honestly, when you hit the wall, you just feel like a little stutter section. But one time I hit the wall and I tried to go up high. Like, I tried to like preload into it so I can go higher on the wall. And I drifted right, and my front wheel went up, and my back wheel caught, and it kind of like wheelied me. I had to hit my brake, and I like skidded all the way down the wall. It was pretty sketchy, but that was like the only crappy experience I had on the wall.
So talk a little bit about the gear here. The new line looks pretty sick.
The gear, dude, the new 16 line is sick. Like, I'm pumped on it, and they've been getting mad at me because I've been posting photos of it, and I was wearing some of the new 16s. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, hey man, I'm just getting people hyped up for it. But this year is pretty dope. Like, the 16 gear is so sick. Like, I even heard Pete Fox say himself that he might have to steal some of the shift designers to put back over on the Fox side because it's getting too good over here. But no, the gear's dope. Like, I'm pumped to be a part of shift, and everything they do is like, just fits in with us, you know what I mean? Just doing everything we do.
So, how come you don't ever wear the baggy stuff, dude?
Dude, why would I ever wear the baggy stuff? You see, does a dude like have a mustache like this wear baggy pants?
You know, that's a pretty good stash, dude.
I was going for it. I was trying to look like Josh Hansen.
I think you had that stash when I first met you, when you had the purple velvet pants on.
Just like that?
It was about that thick, too.
Figure we're going to LA, I better bring it in, you know?
So So Reedy, we're here at the shift launch. It's got to be pretty frustrating to be hurt right now, not get to wear this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've seen this stuff, well, truthfully I've seen this stuff like over a year ago, hanging up on the wall, but yeah, I got to wear it maybe like halfway through Supercross and shoot the photos and stuff like that in the video. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you have it all planned out, you know, like there's some red, white, and blue stuff that we were ready to wear for, you know, for 4th of July weekend in Redbud, and so it hits home, like when you're not going like that. Probably that means more to me right this second than actually missing the races. It's just, oh man, it's a bummer I'm getting to wear that, not getting to wear that gear, but they'll send it to me. I'll get to wear it here in the next couple of weeks when I can ride. I could ride in about 3 weeks, so debut some stuff.
So you've always been one of the more stylish riders. You guys pretty cool to have some hints.
Yeah, like, you know, 2011 when I first started wearing shift, I had such a, like I had a bigger role in the company and my colorways, my LE and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I don't get to do my LE so much anymore, but it's kind of like you don't have to either because their actual racewear is legit and it's the stuff that I get to wear. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, and it's a bummer not to get to be the guy debuting a lot of it at the races.
So shoulder surgery went well?
Went good. I think today's about day 11 or 12. I'm out of a sling, and it wasn't that big of a deal. I had a bone fragment in my shoulder joint from an overjump at Santa Clara. It was about the size of a thumbnail. So when and not in a perfect timing, but odd timing, it would get caught in the shoulder joint and like kind of feel like my shoulder was gonna. It would give me the pain like it was gonna dislocate. And every time it happened, I happened to be on a bike. So for me, it was really difficult to decipher what I was feeling. Obviously, I've had dislocated shoulders, so I know the feeling and I know the pain. And that was all I could relate to. I was lucky enough that after Mount Morris, it did it consistently Monday and Tuesday. And it did it when I wasn't riding. So then it gave me the opportunity to actually feel it in an environment where I wasn't riding and a lot of stuff going on. So I was like, man, that's not right. Like, it feels like it's coming out, but obviously I'm sitting here and I'm doing nothing, so it's not coming out, and I can tell. So that was the first of feeling that it was like, okay, something's wrong, but not as wrong as what I thought it was. So yeah, I went to California, got an MRI. Was lucky enough that they seen a little bit of fragrance in the MRI. They didn't really see everything. So then I was, you know, knowing at that point, it wasn't public knowledge, but I knew that my season was done, and just told the doc like just let's get it fixed. So
they just take it out?
Yeah. So then basically 3 small incisions. I still have you know, like one right here, one right here. This was my last year's surgery. These are the keyhole ones here and on the back, so not that big of a deal. Probably big enough, I don't want to think about it, but big enough to stick a camera in there and look around, I guess. And yeah, it was, yeah, they found the Vogue fragrance, and then that fragrance unfortunately had taken 2 of my anchors from my recent surgery out. So they just, yeah, put 2 new anchors in, and yeah, basically they tell me 4 to 6 weeks I can be back on the bike, and so yeah, I mean, I'm excited that a lot's happened in my life the last week. Shoulder surgery, announcing that the end of Tutu Motorsports, and then with coming here to California today, I've had some really great positive meetings this morning, so the future's bright. I'm excited.
I mean, obviously the fan support and the industry support is there for you. That's gotta feel good that so many people are behind you.
Yeah, I mean, it feels awesome. I mean, other than TransWorld Moto ratting me out like dickheads, but you know, it's just, I want to comment on that. It's, you know, Ellie and I both made comments. I texted you personally. At that time, I mean, sure, there was things in motion that we were we were working towards. But at that point in time, 22 Motorsports was not closed. I had only just flown to discount. We were weighing up our options. We were gonna maybe just put Josh Grant on the bike for the rest of the Outdoor Nationals. And then I was obviously to have shoulder surgery, so I was gonna miss it anyway. So there was a lot of things in motion. Ultimately, I wanted to stop the bleeding as soon as possible. I was really lucky to have discount work and be on my side and have my back for the future and for the current now. So many things are in play, you know, like other than discount, nobody knew that the 22 was even shutting. So, you know, when your website does something like that, it's kind of, you know, it puts you in a position where you're on your back foot. You know, you always want to be on your front foot. You want to make people aware of it. You want to be respectful of people that have jobs and they're going to lose their jobs. So yeah, I mean, and unfortunately, people, what they see online, they read it and they think it's the Bible. And though there was some truth to it, there actually was the possibility that it wasn't going to shut down at that point in time. But as we know it, it's shut down. And it's a bummer, but I'm excited for the future. I think that you know, when enough's enough, you got to know that. And Ellie and I made, I think, a smart decision on our part. And we're just excited to go racing. I want to be a part of the industry. I want to show up, do my job, and I want to go home. I don't want to take work home anymore, and that's as easy as it can be.
Can't wait to see you race again.
I'm excited to race again. I really am. You know, you can say a lot of things. It wasn't too long ago that I won a race, and I feel like I can contend and win races in 2016. And I truly believe that I contend for championships. So time will tell whether I'm delusional or not, but we'll have fun doing it.
Thanks, man.